Grease is the only movie I ever made that I was certain of the success it would have. And I say this because for 1 year, I was on the road with it in the theater and on Broadway with it for about a month. Not in the lead, but in the supporting role. And with my own eyes, I watched the audiences just crave this musical play. And I knew how strong it was. It hit a note that no other movie has ever hit with the public. And it's 45 years old. It's holding up better than Gone with the Wind or Wizard of Oz, because people will still, believe it or not, will pay $200 to $2,000 a seat to sit and sing along with it in a live auditorium in the United States. Now, I don't know if I could have ever predicted that level of success, but I always knew that it would be a timeless classic. And it's the only movie I've ever done that I felt that I had certainty on. And the only reason I have certainty on it was because I watched it with my own eyes for a full year. And even before I ever did the play, I was obsessed with it. So I guess I predicted it. I remember even, you want to hear something interesting? The studio head thought it was unreleasable at the time.
How so?
Just didn't like it or didn't care for it. And I said, he's crazy. I said, this guy, it's nuts. So my manager was very nervous. He said, oh, we're worried about it. I said, I'm not. I said, Bob, that's my manager. I said, you just wait. Just let the audience see this movie, and they will decide what the fate is, not the head of the studio. And I was right,
I'm getting goosebumps when you tell me that anecdote. And we've talked about how Grease changed your professional life.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, how did that movie change you?
Personally? Well, my dream was to work with, my real dream was to have Olivia as a girlfriend. And then my second dream was to have her in the movies so I could get to her as a girlfriend. So that was a personal kind of movement and change in my life. I still have friends from that movie that I still have. I still have the pleasure of making millions of people throughout the world continuously happy, and that's a personal achievement for me to give this joy. Because Oprah Winfrey once said to me, if you had to pick one of your movies, of all the 70 movies you've ever made, in a time capsule, what would you pick? I said, Grease. And she said, really? I said, yes. I said, why? I said, because it endlessly makes people happy. And why wouldn't I want to put something in a time capsule? If I only could choose one that they could watch 150 times and never get tired of it.
My next question is kind of like a hypothetical and more imaginative. You've been in Panama for a couple of hours so far. You were in Panama previously, filming scenes of A General's Daughter.
No, it was Basic.
Oh, it was
the movie Basic with Sam Jackson.
Yeah, so you were not for that one. You were not here for that one.
No, I was here.
Yeah, but
not for General's Daughter.
I'm so sorry. I'm getting the name of the movie wrong, but you were here.
Yes.
Filming.
In the Old Town part of Panama, we were, it was a kind of a carnival time, and I'm walking through with the music playing, and then we go into Section 8, which was a club, and yeah.
So, with that context, and now you here a couple years later, and seeing what you've seen, seeing the landscape of the city, seeing its people, if I were to tell John Travolta, create a movie from scratch, based in Panama, from what you've seen, what would you title the movie? Who would you cast? And what would be the plot of this?
Oh gosh, it's a big demand on the spot. But the architecture invites a kind of a James Bond-esque because all that architecture is so beautiful. The narrow, tall buildings looks very, kind of Bond-like. So I might want to go with that,
James Bond?
Yeah, like a James Bond theme type thing, where there's intrigue, and it's exotic. It's an exotic vibe. The people are so beautiful and lovely. So I think it would be more of a glamorous type of plot.
Would you be a starring role in it?
Oh, what?
Would you have a starring role in that movie?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Who-
get
who
me
would
the
you love?
financing. And we'll hire a writer and we'll set it up.
If you could ever, create your own cast for that movie, who would you choose and why?
Well,
One or two people
I-
that come to mind.
I don't know. Let's see who would. Well, I've never worked with Penelope Cruz, so it'd be fun to be with her in an exotic kind of James Bond plot. That would be nice, Yeah.
Yeah. You also have another passion in your life, and that's flying and
Yes.
aircrafts. Some people may say, well, he was born with a craft, and that was theater and acting, and he made a career and a tremendous career out of it. But what does flying and airplanes can give to your life that perhaps acting cannot? Why pursue?
Well,
flying?
it's a different sensation flying, and it's a extroverting subject matter, meaning your attention has to be outward. So it insists you being in present time. It's not asking you to call upon emotions. It's not asking you to call upon behavior or analyzing life, analyzing character. It's asking you right now in present time to pay attention to every dial in your cockpit and to be super aware of the skill it takes to fly an airplane, which is very extroverting. The arts can be introverting. This is very extroverting. And you're up in the sky and you look at the world from another perspective, and it's refreshing, and it's adventurous, exciting, and not that the arts aren't, they're equally, but in a different way.
It sounds like it's mindful to you, like
Yeah.
you're kind of in your own world,
You are.
focusing on
And you
flying.
get a break from, even though you have all this huge responsibility of keeping yourself and passengers safe, it's also a break from the regular, it's surrealistic almost. It's ethereal. You're taking a break from the real world. And when you're up there, I don't know, it's like when people talk about going into space, it changes their life. They get different perspective, and life starts to mean different things than it does when you're on land,
One last question / perhaps request
Yeah.
from La Prensa. We've talked about Greece, and Panamanians are going to watch Greece later this afternoon, and I came with a song prepared for you
Yes?
to see if you might or might not, depending on how you're feeling,
Okay.
show us some moves and to see if you've still got it.
Oh gosh, can I do it something from the seat?
Yeah, why not? So are you ready?
So which is it?
It's a surprise, but it's from Greece.
Okay,
1,
go
2.
ahead. Okay, well, there you go.
You've got it still. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much from La Prensa, and if you can say hello to our La Prensa viewers, that'd be great. And
La
our
Prensa,
readers.
right?
La Prensa, yeah.
Hola, La Prensa viewers, I love you.